God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to live.
Today's conversation challenges a belief many people still hold, that real change only happens when help is familiar, close to home, and within your comfort zone. Because today, I'll be speaking to someone who came all the way from the Netherlands to complete an inpatient treatment program at First Step in Cape Town. Different country, different culture, different environment, same struggle. Addiction doesn't care where you're from, and sometimes a real recovery requires stepping completely outside of what's familiar. In this interview, you'll hear firsthand what it was like to leave home, commit to a structured inpatient program, and fully immerse himself in the recovery process. We'll talk honestly about the fears before arriving, the resistance in the early days, and the moments things began to shift. This isn't a scripted success story, it's real, it's human, and it speaks directly to anyone wondering if starting over, even far from home, is worth it. If you are a patient, a family member, or someone quietly losing hope after trying and trying again, the conversation matters. Let's get into it.
My name is Cher. I'm from Rotterdam, Netherlands. I'm 33. Been in Cape Town since 19 November 2025.
Okay, so since November up until now, today is the day you're saying goodbye.
Yes, today's the day.
So thank you so much for sitting with me today and allowing me to interview you in your moments of, you're about to leave. So highly appreciated from my side. So today's interview, I am going to go beyond what people would expect an interview would be like with a recovering addict. So it's going to be fun type of questions so that people out there can also maybe get a bit of understanding. So, normally people talk about the clinical terms and all those things.
Yes.
I want to make it an easier thing so a 5-year-old will be able to understand basically. So my first question to you, Cher, would be if your addiction was like a monster, in fact, if it was a person. So let's take the addict mentality, stick it out of you and make it a person. What role did that person play in your life, and how did you deal with it of eventually saying, goodbye, I don't need you anymore? So if it was a person, yeah.
If I would see it as a person, it was the devil himself. It was the devil himself. It took me by a slow and long path of destroyment.
Yeah. So long, slow, torturous.
19 years of slavery, I call it.
Okay. And you are how old now?
33.
23.
33.
33.
Yes.
Okay. So you started using at the age of?
14.
14, okay. And if you don't mind, drug of choice?
My drug of choice was cocaine and marijuana.
Cocaine and marijuana, okay.
But I did almost every drugs there is.
Yeah. Okay. So the role that it played in your life, you said, would be the devil himself.
Yes.
And over this you say it was literally 19 years of torture. What would be some of the torture that this person has put, that you went through?
I lost jobs. I lost my house. I lost friends. Lost family. Lost the contact with my children. Lost contact with family. End up in hospital multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Every time it let me go and it pulls me back.
So you've come clean before, and
I've come clean before when I was locked up in jail.
Okay.
But after I came out of jail, it was there again.
Yeah.
And where I come from, it's everywhere. So you need to be strong to hold it off.
Okay. Do you mean specifically the drug is everywhere? It's just easily accessible.
It's socially accepted in the Netherlands. Cool. It's like,
I think marijuana. Yes, I've heard of that. Cocaine as well.
Cocaine as well.
Wow.
It's like it gives some people a kind of status.
So it's like a pandemic. What's happening?
It's like
right
a pandemic,
now.
Yes.
Oh, serious. So I can imagine the amount of willpower, at the very least, it takes to come off it. I mean, going back there.
Well, I'm happy that I come to South Africa because I tried it 2 more times in the Netherlands, and I left there after 4 days in treatment because my head was not ready for it. And last year, April, I lost the contact with my son. My mother became very sick, and that was for me the realization that this must be the time to finish it and let it go
Okay.
and take over my own life,
Yeah.
take my life back.
Did this happen while you were in Cape Town or in South Africa, or was this before you made the decision to?
Before I made the decision to go.
So it wasn't an easy one to.
No, it was definitely not an easy one. My mother is already sick for 2 years, and she's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And I told you last night that she's in the hospital again. That's why I'm leaving early tonight.
Yeah.
Back to the Netherlands to visit her and see what's happening. But I have a son from 12 years old, and he is the same character as me. And I'm scared for him that he would end up the same way like me if I don't break the circle.
Yeah.
So that's why I made the decision to come to South Africa and
Okay.
go in recovery.
I respect that. It is one of the things that we, not just as recovering addicts, but every person that, especially if you have kids or you will have kids one day, there are cycles that will come and go, but it's up to us, especially as the male figure of the house,
Yes.
to break those old cycles, whether it comes handed down from our fathers, you know?
Yes, that was the problem with me. My father was also an alcoholic and addict, so I have it from him. I found the first time drugs in my father's house. I found the gun in my father's house, so that way I was rolled into it. And my father left me when I was 13, and I became more on the streets. And there I came in contact with boys who sold dope, and that intrigued me to, hey, what is it? And I was straight away hooked.
Yeah.
The devil had me in his hands.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, it was fun. You know, it was nice. You go partying and you forget all the things. But the older you get, the harder it gets. I had a nice house. I had a nice car. I had a nice girlfriend. And then the pandemic came. I lost my house. I lost my job. My girlfriend came in a psychosis. So after that, it went fast hill down. And at that moment, I already realized that I have a disease, but the will to fight it was not there because I had nothing more to live for. I thought so.
Yeah.
And there was a moment. This was 2 years ago when I started to try GHB, and I ended up in the hospital with a heart attack.
What's GHB?
GHB, it's a type of drugs they use in the Netherlands.
Okay,
It's
so
like a tranquilizer.
Okay.
It's like a mix of alcohol and cocaine. But when you take too much, you get blackout, and it's like the same like heroin. You get physically withdrawals from it.
I see.
So I ended up in the hospital. They did CPR on me for 20 minutes. And that was for me the realization from, okay, I have a real problem.
Yeah.
I could have been dead.
Yeah.
My son was very angry at me. My daughter was very scared. So I stopped GHB, but I still kept on using cocaine. And last summer, the mother of my daughter was like, you need to make a choice. You don't already see your son anymore. If you go on like this, you don't see your daughter also anymore. So that was for me the realization to, okay, I need to go to a rehab. It took me quite a while to find a good one in Cape Town.
Yeah.
I ended up in Hill House.
Yeah.
And the first 8 weeks were very good there, but I found it difficult. I call myself a lone wolf. I do things always on my own, and I don't like to ask for help. I'm a close person, and
so it makes it really difficult to excel in an environment where everything is determined with working together.
Yes, it was very
understand,
difficult for me. I didn't speak for the first 2 weeks to no one.
Yeah.
Didn't open up. And then in Hill House, I got the realization from, okay, well, this is the only chance I gonna have, or I don't see neither of my kids anymore. So I start opening up more, and now I'm feeling better. I feel good. Unfortunately, there was something happened what made me transfer to Choice, but I'm happy that I came to Choice. I'm happy
To first step, yeah.
to first step.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I came here. I felt really welcomed by you guys, and I feel safe with you guys. This morning I told the damage letter of the mother of my son, and normally I wouldn't tell that to anyone. But yeah, the way you treated me, you guys, you all, it was for me like, hey, it feels like a family.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I appreciate it.
I'm glad to hear that. It's a recurring theme. You are, I think, the third person now that I have had the honor to speak with in something like this where I get to interview you. And so far, every person has said the exact same thing. They felt welcome. They feel the family vibe.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's a South African thing or a Cape Townian thing, but it's quite the norm here at First Step, that I can say for sure. And you felt it, and that helped your transition.
No, I think it's a South African thing, because in the Netherlands the people are not so polite. They're not open. Everyone is on their own, and everything is fast. And here it's, take it easy.
Do you think that's why you experienced that over there where you were before?
Yes.
So that was the norm, just to.
And over there in Hill House, it was a big group. It was like 30 people. So I don't like new people. I first need to see how the people are.
So like they threw you in a.
They threw me in a lion's
pond. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, we got a call there. I can edit it out. You can take the call. It's important. Take the call.
Hey. Hey. Is belangrijk?
Zenuwachtig.
Ja, ik ben ook zenuwachtig, maar ik word geïnterviewd.
Door wie?
Ja, door Mikey. Die wil een documentaire maken over verslaving. Dus hij wou vroeg aan mij of ik daar mee wou doen. Dus ik zit daar net middenin.
Oké, nou ja, bel maar.
Ik bel je zo terug, ja.
Ja, nee, is goed. Rustig aan.
Doei, schat. It's the wife. She's nervous to them coming home.
Okay. What did we say now last?
Throwing in the pond.
Yeah, so okay. So the experience you were explaining, going to a treatment center, especially for a person that you described your personality as somebody that is used to doing things on their own, etc., etc. However, we come to learn that in treatment at rehab, especially, we need to learn at least the skill of trying to be a bit more open, and and you said you gradually came into that space.
Yes.
You even mentioned the fact that the type of people, the group, plays such a huge effect. You said, I think this is what I'm assuming what you're saying, and coming to First Step maybe made you realize this, how easy it was for you to settle into the sessions. You started packing out.
It costed me 2 weeks. I'm a fighter or a flyer,
Yeah.
And if I don't know the people, I first observe them. How are they? How do they behave? And is someone real or someone not?
Yeah.
And after 2 weeks, I was like, okay, I need to surrender. Otherwise, it's not gonna help.
Okay.
So I surrendered to the program. And after that, it goes step by step. I made steps.
Talking about surrender, I actually want to ask you, in your stay at whichever rehab, the things that you've been learning, is there any saying? Because there's a lot of sayings in rehab. Is there any saying that you thought, it's so cliche? However, like with time, you come to realize that it's actually real. It's something that. What would be that?
For me, it was always God. Grant me the serenity. I don't believe in God, and they learned me that you don't have to believe in a God. You need to believe in a higher power.
Okay.
And at first, I was like, "What is this bullshit?"
Yeah.
And then I started to think more about it. And for me, is it just for today? If I live just for today, that's my higher power. Day for day, then I can carry it on.
Beautiful.
Then I fulfill it.
Okay, and that carried so much power for you that you came forward. Nice, I like that. I like that so much. And let's see, I got another one here. Okay, so then what I would ask you, so you already described if we took the addiction out of you and it would be a person, you've described
Yes.
him as the devil itself. So then who are you now? What's
I'm
different?
now me. I'm myself. I've learned a lot about myself. I have ADHD. I have PTSS,
Okay.
post-traumatic stress disorder. I have a lot of anxiety.
Now.
How I told you, I was always a fighter or a flyer.
Mm-hmm.
And in these weeks, I learned to talk. I learned to open up myself.
Nice.
I get to understand my emotions.
Yeah.
And get to along with them. Now, if I'm angry, I always have a small wristband. If I'm angry or I'm craving, I just put a couple of times of this, and I ventilate. I try to reflect on people. What am I seeing in them? What am I doing self?
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
makes it a much more easy.
Nice. Okay. So even with your stay here at the treatment center, you've already not just learned some, call it coping mechanisms, but you've actually been practicing it already as
Yes.
well. Nice. Because usually people leave the treatment center, then they go on to go practice, and that's usually where things can go wrong. We see it happening so many times. So it's good to hear that you actually have that experience. So when you go home, you already know what to do.
Yes.
You're in the swing of it.
Before I was someone who, when I come into a new group, I would say nothing. I would isolate myself.
Mm-hmm.
And as you could see, now I come in, I give everyone a hand, introduce myself, and I try to bond with people instead of pushing them away from me.
Yeah.
So now, that is something that I've learned in South Africa, and I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
I can do something with that.
Yes, definitely.
Normally, when I spoke to my girlfriend, my wife, it was a short talk, and then I stonewalled her, or I got angry. And now the last weeks we are 40 minutes, 50 minutes on the phone together. We have a real conversation.
Nice.
I still found new things in myself. I've put a lot of things away from my youth. What happened? My father left me when I was 13, and I always blamed him for all the things that happened in my life. But I'm 33 now. I need to take responsibility. And the way I accept that is I wrote a letter, a goodbye letter to my father with all the things that what was on my mind and my feelings. And the 1st of January, I burned it. I did a burning ceremony, ceremony burial, and I forgive him.
Nice.
I forgive him. So now I can go further with my own life. I can be a real dad for my children.
Amazing.
Instead of keep hanging in the past. You
Yeah.
cannot change the past, only the future.
Yes. Wow. They called it cord cutting as well. And so this is not just for people that's doing, that's coming from addiction. So every human being, we go through life and there are certain individuals, it's usually people that has the certain control over us. And it's not them. It's literally our thoughts of our suffering of, like you explained about the dad and the burning ceremony. I genuinely hope that it was, genuine. That cord was cut so that you can be free from that.
I felt relieved after I did that, and I accepted it. And after that, I make big steps.
Nice.
So for me, it was the best thing to do in 19 years.
You felt the relief?
I felt relief. Yes, it was like something fell off my shoulders, a big weight.
Yeah, crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Without the person there, people usually assume you need to have the person in question in whether it's a meeting with a counselor, group session, whatever, but you don't.
Before, I always said I want to see my father one more time so I can tell him everything that's on my mind, and then I can let it go. But this was for me to let it go.
Yes.
I accept it, and it's a shame for him, not for me. I feel sorry for my kids that they don't have a grandfather, but they're getting old enough to understand where it comes from. And I want to be the opposite of my own father. I want to be a good dad, and I
Yeah.
want to be later on a good grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned from my dad's mistakes.
Nice, nice. So now it's all about implementing that.
Yes.
So going forward, what was the message that you took from once you leave First Step? You find yourself back at home in Netherlands. Um, are you going to continue with treatment of any sort? What's the plans there?
Yes, I'm going to continue with trauma sessions. I'm going to do meetings 3 times a week. I'm going to do urine tests. Well, I'm coming home in a difficult situation. Normally, if this would happen with my mother and I was not in treatment, I would start using right now.
Yeah.
And now, for me, I see it like it's a test. You know,
Yes, yeah.
how am I going to react on this? So my mother-in-law is going to pick me up. Then I'm going to visit my mother. I'm going to see my sister. I have a relapse prevention plan. I have a home plan. I scheduled everything out, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. And just make sure I do it every day. Keep working on my step work, find a
Awesome.
sponsor. Because if I'm going to let it slip, then it will be very easy to fall back.
Okay, yeah.
I cut off all my friends. I only have contact with non-users. So my group of friends went from like 100 to 10.
Nice. Okay.
And in the beginning it's hard, but I do it for myself. And I know there are friends, but there are friends for one reason, and that's for using.
Yeah.
And I don't want that anymore in my life.
Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, we start to realize what the word friend actually means.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, what would be the one small, it can be relevant, it can be as small as, doesn't matter, but something that you picked up while you were now in treatment that you are going to take with you at home as well? Anything small, can be anything.
It's my connection making with people. It's the bonding.
It's huge, but yeah, definitely.
Yes. I want to be nice and kind to people, and especially for the poor people, I want to give back. I always, in the last 20 years, I only took from people. I stole, I did fraud, I scammed people.
Yeah.
So now it's time to give back to the poor people and do the good things.
Yeah, that's usually the case where I find that recovering addicts usually become the best of people. Like you gotta go through the dirt to bloom and
Yes.
become that beautiful flower. Yeah. So, okay, what part of your story from the last 90 days are you most likely to share with someone else struggling in the future? You know, what part of this last 90 days that you'd have probably just kept for yourself, but you would share with someone personally?
The day that I came here, even though it's 4 days, the difference when I came into Hill House and when I came in here is so much different. So yeah, just be open and be open to receive feedback and listen to each other, you know. And we're not the same, but we all have the same problem. We all have a disease.
Yes.
So, and in any certain way, we can help each other.
Most definitely.
So,
yeah. So you'd say 10 out of 10 if I had to ask you to rate it, the way the culture in Netherlands and being thrown into the sharks here in Cape Town with the culture of Cape Townians again, you say it works beautifully together.
Yes.
Awesome.
It is that I have 2 kids at home, otherwise I would stay here.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, sure, that is all the questions I have for you from my side. If there is one thing that I would ask you before we go, what message would you like to leave for anybody that's watching this video now that is maybe struggling, or they know somebody that's struggling? What can they do? What would you
What can they do? I'm going to look in the camera.
Yeah.
If you're struggling, you have a hard time, you think you're alone, you're not alone. Ask for help, find someone for help. Everyone is there to help, and you're worth it. Don't blow your life away by doing drugs or alcohol. life is beautiful without.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, brother. Sure.
Thank you.
All the best for you.
For you too, my friend.
Nice.